Hi, guys, and welcome to Stereotypical Podcast, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything. I'm here with my guests, Brandel and Braden. I'll go ahead and let Brandel introduce himself, and then Braden.
Hi. Hello. And this is a bad start, guys. Sorry. Yeah, my name's Brandel. I've known this fool for quite some time, I might say. Some might say.
Need to plug your OnlyFans?
My OnlyFans? No, sorry, Tyler, remember, it's Feet Finder.
Whoa, that joke hasn't come out yet.
Oh, wait. That's
actually... the day that this releases, the joke will have been done. So that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. That's
actually, yeah, both of you guys are on Feet Finder now. How's that working for you?
Well, somehow I end up owing them money. I don't want to talk about it.
Are you paying that subscription?
Yeah. It's only it's really, really bad, pictures,
Yeah, it's like 15 a year, right?
It's taken with a Nokia phone.
Oh, nice.
Have you bought anyone's socks yet?
No, not yet. I haven't upgraded to that account yet.
Oh, yeah. I heard once you upgrade, they kind of...
Yeah.
They want you to upgrade because once you get that level of the pass, they know they have you.
Yes, exactly.
Beautiful.
All right. I think that's enough about me, to be honest with you, even though it didn't go too far.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Braden, if you want to introduce yourself.
All right. My name is Braden. I am the token person on the podcast who doesn't use the internet, has no socials. For all intents and purposes, outside of my voice, I do not exist.
Oh.
You will not find me. There are no socials yet.
Yeah. So there might be in the future.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Oh. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, but basically, I am the weird hobbyist going to bring you the most nichest of topics. And then Tyler, take it away.
Yeah, so this show, kind of the main premise is we each kind of came up with a topic or two that we want to talk to each other about. So, for today, I'll start off with the topic, and then we'll just kind of go. In Discord, it'd be up. So it'd go me, Brandel, Braden, as far as topics go. And then if we have after I bring up my topic and I kind of explain it, we'll kind of go over it. If you guys have any questions about it, I can go a little deeper into it since I've studied it a bit.
I always want you to go deeper.
Well, that's, of course I'm willing to.
That's between us. It's just a mystery between everyone else who's listening, right?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
You don't know what I do.
That'll be more of a Patreon type of deal.
Yeah, exactly. Subscribe to Historical Quarrels Patreon if you want more.
Before we get banned on Patreon.
Oh my God, yeah. No, they basically allow porn on there. It's kind of wild.
I was gonna say, especially if it's just audio, whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. I don't think I've ever subscribed to anyone's Patreon.
I haven't either, to be honest.
Oh, I've done so many. Super Megas is amazing. The shit that they post is so funny. Yeah, if you want humor that that they couldn't do on YouTube, you get all of it there. So
yeah, I see.
Yeah, you see, this is a great plug for Super Mega.
As if they needed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Are you able to write that off on your taxes?
Yeah. It's my advertisement fee. That's about $13,000. So, it kind of gets me above the minimum deduction.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's why I charge for ads. So
I see.
That's why
terrible donation.
Man's got to figure it out.
Yeah, I know what I'm worth.
At least
Let's go.
making
Let's
sense.
go. This.
Yeah, so this is a subreddit about the true lore of Elder Scrolls, right? So the deep lore, the stuff that the Michael Kirkbride and Morrowind wrote. So, however, the pin post by one of the mods is notice on excessive horny posting and zoophilia. Right. So just you get an idea. The true lore is animal fucking for this subreddit.
What I have a problem with the thumbnail box.
Yeah.
What is that picture and why is there blood all over the horse? It was a band-aid on his nose.
Don't worry about it. It's all lore. It's all very there's a lot of lore implications for this. So the mod said, although this is a shitposting subreddit, this is not a porn subreddit. And what more, zoophilia is bad. Sexualizing actual animals is bad. I can't believe that even has to be said. Stop posting that.
I would say, like the fact that he feels like he has to say that.
Yeah, your voice is coming in kind of muffled, man. Are you?
You sound like you're sitting on your mic, my friend.
Yeah, or like someone's like smothering you.
I wish.
Anyways, so he goes on to say, posts must be lore related. Being horny is not lore. Should note, I'm going to start removing low effort ussy posts from now on. They stop being funny, fast, and are now as common as the blue and yellow Fune posts from before. Not even 3 days later, the next comment was, as Shanstel has taken leave from moderation. The guy who posted this, I don't blame the man, cries. I'll be taking the reins to act as the active mod here. Send in those reports. I want to share with you guys the top comments, right? The first top comment is, this is about that naked elf and the horse picture from yesterday, isn't it? It was that common that they're not even sure. The next number one comment was, they're just kind of quoting them, being horny is not lore. And then their question was, what games have I been playing then? 800 upvotes.
I was about to say that anyone who says being horny isn't lore hasn't looked up Greek mythology.
Yeah, especially Elder Scrolls mythology. It's all pretty horny, to be honest.
Yeah, dude, it was made by people who played D&D back before it was wildly accepted. So you
gotta fuck Argonian barmaids. I know.
Yeah.
And then the final top comment I wanted to share is, I was born. So this is by Man in Contramotion, or Order of the Spiky Vagina is his extra name. I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've shitposted as true STL's user. But for all these years, I have never been the ruler of my own memes. I have seen the bussy of Nazim, beyond which no walking nut may reach. Behold, in darkness, a coom sweeps the land. This is the 16th of the last seed, the year of Kitten Stomper, 6617. These are the closing days of the Ussy era and the final hours of my FAP. Which, if you've played Oblivion, that's essentially the scrolling text from the beginning of the game.
in the year of our Lord.
Oh man, yeah, I love True STL. The Kitten Stomper is a user on there, and the guy role plays as the cat person from the games, the Akaviri, I think.
Oh no,
I'm trying to remember what they're called. I feel
Guthrie.
ashamed. Wow, thank you, Khajiit. You are more into the lore than I am, Braden. So
I don't even play Elder Scrolls.
That's funny you say that. I actually started playing it again a couple days ago, just kind of fucking around. Just good old times. Sorry to derail that real quick.
No, you're good. You're good.
But
it's a good game.
I am scrolling through their subreddit, and it is just a lot of shit posting.
Yeah, shit posts and porn. That's all that subreddit.
Yeah.
The contents of each of our minds.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a good amalgamation of just probably how all of our brains function. There's random like super like scientific and like philosophical questions in there too every now and then, and it's amazing. Some of these people I definitely have doctorate degrees just because of the way like they describe things, and then like their next post is some Bosmer bussy or getting railed by a Nord.
So it just shows Orc choosing a Bosmer Finboy to contain his seed. And it shows a picture of Ganon holding up Link in the air with his hand.
Is this canon?
The lore implications are Hyrule is part of Elder Scrolls Universe.
Apparently, bro. Oh my god. Sorry, that really tickled me.
It's a good one.
Is this what Todd Howard has been trying to protect us from?
No, I think Todd Howard secretly wants this to be the reality that it is, because he and Michael Kirkbride essentially turned this thing into the almost neo-futuristic punk fantasy universe that it could be. And think about the next game that's coming out, right? That he's making.
Like Starfield, right?
Yeah, Starfield, the space one.
I see.
So the lore is it's technically the next Elder Scrolls game without being called the Elder Scrolls game, because the Dwemer, the way the Dwemer disappeared, right? Everyone on there is convinced that they essentially fucked with like ancient alien bones and then made themselves disappear from existence, realizing they're in a video game.
Which is exactly why I wasn't allowed to join the Space Force.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
yeah, we'll go with that one. But they said, not to derail it too hard here, the game and the map size is almost so big that it's going to ruin the game on coming out. Regardless, I would like to play it when it does come out.
Oh, I'll play it.
It's a Bethesda game, so like it was already going to be ruined when it came out.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of expected with them. Sad. But I mean, you guys. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Properly bugged, one might say.
Yeah. No, I would call it features. That's what Todd calls it, right? So it's just extra little features.
Intended Easter eggs, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is one thing that I am confused by and slightly curious by, right?
Yeah.
So you bring up the subreddit, and the subreddit stands for True Lore, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
yeah,
what point did the porn show up, and was it always intended to be a shit post?
See, when I went back as far as I could, because I did the Wayback Machine, because I was doing I was writing an episode for the lore of Kitten Stomper for like a Patreon episode for my show. And originally the site, from what the mods had told me, was intended to be just kind of like the conspiracy theory, like, okay, because Michael Kirkbride wrote this book, Zero something, or I can't remember. I have it in notes. But anyways, he wrote this like book that everyone attached to the Elder Scrolls as like the lore for it, right? And they wanted it to be about talking about that lore, talking about some of like the crazier aspects of it. And they allowed the sex and stuff because it was all part of it, because in Morrowind, Vivek, he made himself like into a woman all the time, and like he had sex with like the rape god in that universe.
As one does.
Yeah, and it was integral to like lore bits with him and like with other characters where, you know, sex was important, or it's just part of like their culture. And so that was the intention, right? It was more of like a overall scientific look. What it devolved into was horny posting. So pretty much immediately, I think it was like not even 2 months after it started like getting big, the number one posts were of Bosmer pussy, of or bussy really, and then elf. They call it piss elves, so yellow elves.
Oh my god.
Yeah, piss elf.
Oh god.
Yeah, and then what was the other? Oh, that's when, and then Kitten Stomper, and the predecessor to Kitten Stomper had appeared, where they began just role playing as characters, their characters that they'd played in Skyrim, and they would be super horny all the time, being like, "Man, I really want to fuck this cat." Yeah,
As one does.
yeah. You know, it's a very normal behavior. I don't think we should shame. Yeah, of course we should shame it.
I
Here's the thing, though. I feel like even if you are shaming, I don't want to say these people, some of the people who are into this, they're probably going to be
will
into
say
shaming
these
too.
people.
Hey, trying to be non-discriminatory because people are into what they're into. I mean, there's a line, but you know, I don't think it should be horses. Be, you know, everyone hears about horse girl, but no one asks the hard-hitting questions here.
No one asks it. Everyone asks, what about horse girl? But no one asks, how is horse girl?
Thank you. That's what I was trying to get to.
The answer is dead.
Oh, sadly, yes.
All I'm saying is she probably went the way she wanted to, I guess.
Oh, for sure. You know, I'm just getting railed by.
So few of us are lucky enough to reach our end fulfilling our dreams.
Very true. You know, that's a good point. I think we should all strive for that. Really, if your goal is to get railed to death by horsecock, then that's what you should do. I mean, probably wait a little bit, you know, live life before you do that extreme. But once you're kind of like done, might as well go out that way, right?
Brother, I think she was living all the life she wanted to live.
I guess, yeah, if that's all you want to strive for, more power to you.
Well, that's it for my topic, unless you guys have more questions or you want to know more.
No, I think it's pretty clear, cut and dry here. I like it. They know
people.
what they want.
Yeah, basically TLDR, that is people on Reddit can't stay in their lane and they got horny.
Yes.
Very true.
Like, I can't find something more fitting of Reddit. It's poetic, really.
It is truly the what is it, hypothesis, or what's the, I guess, culmination of what Reddit is, or it's like a microcosm for Reddit, all in just
There
that
you
one
go.
subreddit. Yeah.
There you go. And we should respect it.
Yes.
Amen.
Thank you. I just said thank you like I'm God. That's a
I present to you all that you must.
I'm part of the
God,
God.
God, people are dying of cancer. Oh, yes, my child, I hear your plea and your prayers. They have not gone unheard. For you, my child, I give you Reddit child elf thing. Enjoy, my son.
Yes. Yes. All right, Brandel, if you want to share your topic, go ahead.
Sure. To be honest with you, I'm not sure which one I want to start with. So I'm going to read off the title and I'm going to see which one sticks more with you guys.
All right.
So okay. I chose two very differently energy feeling, or I don't even know how you would want to say this, but very two different ideas. One's kind of a funny, not or serious topic because it relates to real media. The other one relates to real life, like emotional issues, or like just more open into it. Anyway, so the first one is, I think I sent to you, Tyler, is the principal in the middle school got fired for using Snapchat, caught with Grimace Shake from the McDonald's and chicken nuggets, and a box of condoms were leaked on Snapchat by the principal to his own children within the school he works for, right?
Lit.
I'm pretty sure when you get a Grimace Shake at McDonald's, it comes with its own box of condoms.
Yeah.
The other one is, I can't bring myself to do anything unless it's last minute and the deadline has serious consequences, which, you know, relates to a lot of ADHD or ADD type of thing.
I was just about to say, that sounds like
All three of us.
Yeah. That's kind of why I wanted to bring it up, but I figured I should try to have more than just that too.
Well, I mean, I'm good with either. Both sound good. The Grimace potential misunderstanding condoms is funny, but the ADHD one is also interesting.
yes.
Yes. Okay. Good answer, Braden. I think I'm going to go with the ADHD last minute deadline consequences. And I want to start off with just reading some of the posts that people have made on this thread, and I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts on it are, or how you guys view yourself in relation to ADHD, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I view myself as mentally sick, physically fit.
Ooh.
okay, sorry to derail you, Braden, but I did find something else that I could talk about with this ADHD thing. Or another part that I was looking at is intrusive thoughts. If you guys, I'm sure a lot of people get it, but I feel like it's really prevalent with people who have ADHD or ADD. And in this one specific example, somebody is making a joke out of it, but it says, they make you feel like a psychopath or a pervert to the thoughts that you're not under your control, but it makes you learn to dismiss those thoughts, to, not act down on them. But it's, for example, you're outside watching the stars and you're like walking your dog or something, and then suddenly your brain goes, snap your dog's legs. You're like, what? No, why would I do that? It's, it's just a passing thought. But I personally have had, I don't know how to explain this. I don't know if I've ever talked about this with you guys, but sometimes I've noticed ever since elementary, junior high school, past that, I mean, it doesn't happen as much lately, is sometimes I'll be spacing out. I'll either be daydreaming of that nature, or I'll be having almost daydreaming about something violent specifically. And I physically can't see anything in front of me, but I'm thinking about this on my head visually. And something will happen, and I'll either die or something horrific will happen, and I'll snap out of it before, whatever said thing is trying to happen. I don't know if you guys have ever had something similar to that, but
the feeling that you're describing is referred to as call of the void, right?
I see.
So there are a couple of thoughts, because one of the big things that we know about evolution and biology is that if a trait serves no purpose, it would not have lasted through the thousands and thousands of years that humans were evolving, right?
Yeah.
And what the current people who are smarter than me have been speculating on as to why Call of the Void is so prevalent with our species and why people who face Call of the Void often are generally more well adjusted to regular life, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
What they believe, and when I say they, I'm talking about like researchers, doctors, biologists, people who study things, that your brain's thing that it is most scared of is being caught unprepared. Right?
Yeah.
So your brain is hardwired to want to be prepared for a situation, and being caught unprepared for a situation is your brain's worst possibility. So what scientists have been speculating is that when you get those intrusive thoughts, right? It's like when you're hiking and you're standing by a cliff and you say jump, right? Your mind goes, hey, what if you just jumped right now? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
What they're saying that it could be is your brain wants to come up with the worst thing that could possibly happen at that moment. Right?
Yeah.
So your brain goes, okay, I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it. Quick, what's the worst thing that could possibly happen? What could we prepare for? What's the worst case scenario?
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then if you're staring at the Grand Canyon, obviously, worst case scenario is you fall off the Grand Canyon. So your brain goes, okay, worst case. Worst thing that could happen to us right now is we fall. Right? Brain goes, okay. We thought about what's the worst could happen. Worst thing that can happen is us falling. We're prepared for us to fall. Jump. Because we're prepared if we fall, right? So just jump.
That sounds like the most fair idea to me, right? Most logical.
Yeah.
But, sorry, Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was just kind of doing some quick little reading on that while you're talking, Braden. It sounds like the Call of the Void's one of the main causes for it is a misinterpreted safety signal. I'm not entirely certain if that's what's happening here, because, Brown, correct me if I'm wrong, kind of what you're explaining is you just kind of daydream, and then you have these random like thoughts of like, oh, like, you know, me dying or like you dying or like something horrible happening, right?
Yeah,
it's
like
not necessarily like the event, like you're not in an immediate event that you can interpret as something that you need to prepare for, right?
Correct. It can happen for me either when I'm at work, driving home. You know how, like, if you've ever been driving home from work and you're either just mindlessly driving, listening to music, and you're halfway down the highway, and then you're suddenly like, I don't remember driving the last 3 miles. That kind of thing. And for me specifically, it's more at home. Usually if I'm at my computer, which I am quite a bit, and I'll be sitting there mindlessly blinking out, and sometimes it's like I'll be heavily into the daydream or whatever, hallucination. I don't even want to call it that because I'm not really seeing anything either, but just visualizing it in my head. Sometimes it's fits of like outward rage. Maybe that's something internally trying to scream out of me too. Or it's a scenario like Braden saying that seems realistic, or I'm trying to protect myself in some way, or try to think of some worst case scenario type of thing.
You could be having two things going on there. Then you could have the intrusive thought, and then you could also have the call of the void happening. And what's interesting about call of the void from what I was reading, and kind of what Brian was saying, is it's not actually indicative of suicidal ideation at all. It's something that, and not like everyone experienced it. I think out of the 476, only 276 adults in the study experienced it. So, I mean, it's still quite a high number, but that's like about 476 people.
Right.
Okay, so it's a decent chunk of the population, but it's not a universal thing.
Yeah. It's more information here, please. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Was there something else you were trying to add to that? I think I
was just kind of gonna go along with you because, like, I definitely have. I had intrusive thoughts, even because, like, anytime that I got off my meds and stuff, or while I was off my medicine for almost a year. How long was that, Bray?
Oh, okay.
It was a decent chunk of time.
Yeah, it was like almost a year. So by the time he started his medication, I essentially got put onto like narcolepsy meds instead of my ADHD.
I see. Interesting. Do you feel like the ones you have now are better than whatever you were using before then?
Oh yeah, I'm back on like actual ADHD meds and I can focus again.
Okay.
That medicinal is weak as shit, son.
So when that window, when you were on your meds, did you notice the difference? And I'm sure you did, but more specifically, did you feel like you were able to handle it better prior to ever taking meds?
It felt like I was back in junior high again and struggling and having to force myself to focus to get tasks done. And then just like getting super depressed again because I felt like I wasn't accomplishing anything. I felt like I had no locus of control in my life. There were external forces forcing me, and it kind of kept me from realizing that I had the power to, like I had the control to determine what I get done and what I don't get done.
I see.
But because I had that realization, I was able to do more than I was able to do before I got medicated back in high school.
Yeah. Okay.
So it helped with that.
You had a point of reference, so it made it a little bit easier, but still a pain in the ass.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
So, and, especially while I was off my meds, oh my God, the intrusive thoughts were crazy. Like I just remember I got into like such a routine, and this happens, I feel like, with a lot of people in ADHD, where you trap yourself into a routine that, yeah, you do have those like lapse in time, right? Because like I'd be at home, and all of a sudden I'm at my office at work. I had no clue how I did that. So I go on autopilot, and it's kind of wild. Or like while I'm at work, and the intrusive thought, like while I'm talking to people, comes in and be like, I could just rip on them right now. I could just be like, you stupid bitch. Like,
okay, it's not just me. I'm like, oh my God. I whenever I'm at work and I have to do because I work at a deli for context, and I serve a lot of people that want salads or hot food at a hot case. And a lot of it's either the same people who are super annoying or hard to deal with in some way. And a lot of times I put myself in a worse mood, thinking a lot of negative thoughts in the process of helping them, while also putting on a voice that displays friendliness and kindness that they would have no idea.
And you feel so conflicted with it, right? Because you want to scream, you want to be like, you want to match yourself, but you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's shitty.
You're basically giving yourself imposter syndrome at work.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And you sit there and it brings yourself down in a way. And then by the time you get off work, you've spent that whole energy trying to, I guess, mask in a way, and you have no way for it to have an outlet. And then until you get bursts of like meltdowns, I guess. I don't know if it's similar for you guys, but
yeah. Well, go ahead.
What you're kind of describing to me and my whole high school psychology class that gives me the justification to judge and make calls. It sounds like you have cognitive dissonance at work.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, and so
where like your mind and your body aren't matching the same energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your brain hates that.
Yes, and it's very mentally destroying. Because it requires so much energy to keep up at a constant, and it usually has to be at a constant where I have to. And because I will say this is, I didn't expect this to go the way it did. I wasn't meaning to relve into me specifically. I was just like, turn into a therapy session here. Anyway, at work, I find it hard coming home and wanting to even try to cook for myself and my family. Mm-hmm. When cooking is usually one of the things I love to do, and that's usually my de-stressor in general. Like I sent you guys me making bread this morning or sometime late afternoon.
Yeah.
It's the sexiest thing I've seen.
Well, I didn't send you the loaf. I should have. I will after this. But
no, I want you to send me the videos of you kneading the bread.
Yes.
I will. I do it with one hand. You will be impressed.
Oh, yeah. Oh my
Either
god.
like the rockin' motion, like motion with the ocean.
With your big strong hands.
Yeah.
But it's things like that, and it all comes around full circle, and it makes me think maybe I should look elsewhere for work. It makes it difficult to want to look elsewhere for work. I mean, we'll put it this way. I'm at my job now. I've been there for almost 2 years this week, almost actually. And I'm still there putting up with this or other BS that really shouldn't be. But that's a whole nother thing.
Well, do you think that, like, because your work involves you cooking, that it kind of takes away that joy from you cooking? Because, like, I used to like talking to new people, at least somewhat. And now because of my job, I fucking hate it. Everyone is stupid. Everyone has an agenda. And it stresses me out, to be honest. I have to talk to new people.
It's kind of what happens when you take something that you enjoy and you say, okay, this is now my livelihood.
Yeah.
This is what allows me to pay bills. This is what allows me to feed myself, take care of myself and my family. And I feel like it robs the joy out of it when you have to like commercialize your hobbies.
Yeah. When you work for someone else.
Yes. Specifically that. Yes. Because with the way I work, it's a deli/catering company. I won't say more than that, but they've all have treated me well despite the differences and struggles that have come with this job. I won't go specifically, but it does make it hard to want to try to look elsewhere when they are paying my bills. But the type of work that they do isn't the work that I want to be doing, or they don't do the cooking that I want to be. I want to do something similar to what Chang's was doing. I was on the line making food, plating it, and making it look nice and serving it to people. It doesn't have to necessarily be like that restaurant style-esque, or maybe I'd be a personal chef in that regard. But the way that they do things, it's almost like a fast food type of deal because it's in a deli, and the catering jobs are set up buffet lines and come and eat, and that's it. It's not catering service either.
Well, cooking has always kind of been your creative outlet. right?
Mm-hmm.
It was never just, oh, I add the ingredients to bowl, mix, put in oven, 2 hours later, oh, I eat calories, yum yum yum.
Yeah.
For you, it was always what would taste good. What are some things that would taste good that no one's thought of before? You think this would taste bad, but what if we tried it and just sent it and then found out how it really tastes? That's always been you.
Yes.
Right? So you brought up private chef or like small scale things.
Yeah.
And you were also talking about how you felt better when you were on the line because you were taking pride in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
It's like if I kind of view it the same way as if you went up to like a artist and then you just like, draw me a foot. I need feet. Right? But that artist is going to make a shit ton of money if they draw feet.
Yeah.
But they are not going to be creatively fulfilled unless they also really like feet.
Exactly. You get
Like it's that meme where it's the artist and a salesman. He's like, "Hey kid, you want to make some real fucking money?" And he's opening a door, and it's like furry porn behind the door.
For an artist in this context, but yes, I get it. I do like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's you with food right now. You are the one that's happy to make furry porn.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right now you're making furry porn, but you want to draw like transformer porn, you know?
Or just like regular animals not fucking.
Exactly. I want to. It doesn't even. I wouldn't even necessarily have to be totally creative on my own. Just something more than what they're doing, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I guess.
Yeah. You want that.
Go ahead.
You want that spark. You want that. You want that thing where your brain is telling you, "Oh, we're doing something right now."
Yeah. But I guess the other problem is, which is why I need to get on ADHD meds, is even if I find that, I'm going to quickly be of null and void of that and get either drained out of it or already get burnt out trying to do X thing. Because that's the way ADHD is. You pick up hobbies, you always find something new, but always get burnt out trying to continue it or pursue whatever whatever thing you are doing, you know. And I feel like
my friend,
go ahead.
I am surrounded by lizards and houseplants right now.
I love it. I love your lizards and houseplants.
Tyler hates my houseplants.
I do not like your houseplants. I can tolerate your lizards.
Wait, what's wrong with his houseplants? Hello.
I fucking hate houseplants. Did you not see my copy pasta that I essentially did or made?
I think you did, and I brushed it off, but I didn't realize you were so serious about that.
Oh, dude, I hate houseplants. It's because my mom, whenever she would go somewhere, she'd like make me deal with it, and I'm like, what does it do? It just sits there. It collects fucking dust. It does nothing. It doesn't feed me. It's bullshit.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Sorry.
Tyler discovers that hobbies.
I think that was a good discussion with intrusive thoughts and leading a very small window for ADHD as a whole.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was a good thought. There was some intervention. There was some therapy. There was drug discussion. Please see a therapist. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was going to go that way. I was kind of more looking for your guys' personal take on it, which you guys did throw in, but I felt like it veered right back into me twice as hard.
My personal experience My personal experience says that you should talk to a professional.
Yeah, you would be right.
And also, deli workers braver than any U.S. Marine.
Dude, I understand the hate being whenever this is why I never go into a Walmart or any other big store that has a deli. I always feel like I go up and I feel like they're just staring into my soul and they want to tell me the things that I think when I'm behind that counter. And I can't help but think and not get anything there ever and never get something that I want that I always see there.
How do you feel when you walk in a Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, jeez. There's one in South Dakota, by the way. And Michaela made the joke of me working there, and I said, no, never again.
You don't want to wear the Chuck suit again?
No, never. I don't want to get hit
It's
in
so
the nuts
stinky.
and back shots, dude.
Oh, dude, those
It's
nut
so
shots
stinky.
are brutal.
Those back shots.
Tyler, I totally forgot that you worked there too, and that we
Yeah.
worked there. Remember how we were wanting to make a joke that on our last day we would wanted to wear the old Chucky costume that looked
Oh,
like a
dude.
rat and
We
scare the
should've.
living shit out of all the kids.
Just like pop out of like the ball pit.
Just run after them screaming.
Flip off Sim as we leave. Or...
For you guys, it's the most traumatizing day of that kid's lives. For me, it was only Wednesday.
Oh man. All right, Brayden, do you want to? Yeah.
All right, so I guess it is my turn now.
I do believe so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so over the past couple of years of knowing you two, we have come up with some pretty stupid, shall we say, plans that we would talk about. You know, like what's the most confounded way to get something done, right?
Yeah.
So, have you two heard about the assassination of Kim Jong-un's older half-brother?
No.
I have not.
Okay. So I felt like this was relevant because, Tyler, you do have a podcast related to historical rated things, right?
Mhm.
Ah, I see.
So, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un's father, had a child out of wedlock. I think his name was Kim Jong-nam, right?
Mhm.
And then because of Korea and Disneyland, basically Kim Jong-nam was exiled out of Korea as like a political refugee, right?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. In Disneyland.
Oh,
Amazing. It's amazing.
oh my god. Okay.
All right. So
All right.
Kim Jong-un takes power, and as dictators do, they want to keep power. And so he decides that he needs to kill his older half-brother,
Mm.
right?
Going the Ottoman route.
A little different.
Let's see.
The way that he decides to do the assassination is a little bit confounded, running around in circles, kind of convoluted, right?
Okay.
What he did was he had people pretend to be a production company,
Oh no.
and they sent an agent to Vietnam, and they sent an agent to Thailand. And they found two girls and said, hey, you guys are a perfect fit to be actresses. We're going to make a internet show. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be funny. You guys are going to be stars. You're going to be rolling in the dough. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they take the two girls and they keep them separated. And they start flying around and they say, okay, this is a prank show. We're going to cover your hands in baby powder.
Okay.
Go hold. I'm going to point out a person, go hold their hand, and when they look at you, get shy and run away. It's going to be hilarious.
Oh, no.
Right? Or we're going to cover your hands in baby oil. Go up to that person, give them a hug, and then walk away. It's going to be hilarious.
Oh my god.
So they do that for a while. And then they go to an airport, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go, hey, this is going to be the best video we've made ever. This is going to be hilarious, right? So this person that we're pranking, this one is going to act shocked and he's going to try to fight back. It's going to be more realistic. It's going to be hilarious. Everyone you pranked before were actors. This guy's just another actor. This is going to be hilarious. Trust me, bro. Right? So they point to the person that they want the girls to prank and they say, okay, you are going to go up behind him. You're going to put your hands over his eyes and you're going to go, guess who? Right?
Yeah.
And there is another actress here you guys have never met before, but you're both going to prank the same person. And then they coated the two girls' hands with V1 nerve agent.
Oh, Jesus.
So the girls go up to the man and slap their hands over the person's eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
He starts looking really panicked because he's been dodging assassination and all sorts of stuff. And so he goes to security. The girls are confused and they just go to the bathroom to wash it off their hands. Everyone that was there just got on a plane back to North Korea and fucked off.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Now, the guy died, right, in a hospital by debilitating seizures until his brain basically cooked itself.
Oh, no.
And both of the girls were taken to prison. Right?
Oh, no. Did they not get any plea? It just because they had
no, they were set up. Like they were the fall guys.
Oh, no.
And so, like, I'm trying to bring up a question and bring up a point. So basically, they sit in jail for a year. Then the country is like, well, we can't have assassins in our soil, but the penalty for death is hanging.
Oh, no.
Shit. These girls are just as clueless as we are. You're free to go. You have to stay a month in prison, a month longer.
So
they let one of them go.
Yeah, they let one of them go after about a year. And then they let the other one go after about a month after that, so they could go, oh, we gave them a punishment. We did something about it. Political assassination on our soil that won't go unpunished.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's their default is hanging.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's insane.
So my question to you two is, what events or things have you taken a look at and go, why did this have to be so complicated and convoluted You would think that it would have been simpler.
Well, so many. Go ahead, Brand.
So it's more of a passing thought here. I imagine the scenario here is they were trying not to get caught, but in the whole picture of it ended up making it worse for them, including getting two random girls, which I presume they had no idea that this was going to happen, in hopes of trying to get some money.
Yeah, so they completely lied to the girls. Everyone involved just hopped on a plane to North Korea after they saw the guy stumbling away. So they all got away.
Did he even check for the kill? Classic.
I don't know if Tyler wants a second, but I guess I could. My second topic, or the original with the Grimace Shake, falls in line with Braden's topic, coincidentally.
Okay, I mean, I'll go over just like his question. I'll answer his question.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had a couple experience. Well, more than a couple. The company that I work for, they probably shouldn't name names.
They are evil and diabolical.
You know, it's not any more than any other big business, but
Yeah.
so some of my clients that I work with have their accounts set up in a way that is it's pretty much that, where it's like a run around all the time, where you have to go to this person and then you have to go to this person and then you have to go to this person just to get one thing done all the time. And this caused a massive backup in some orders that we were trying to do for a company, where essentially I ordered a thing then that one person told me to order, right? And then it turned out that item was wrong, that was ordered, but the item that I ordered was cheaper, right? And then that cheaper item got shipped. So they're wanting, they're needing a return label, and they wanted me to order this other item that was a worse item, but was more expensive. And when I said that it was more expensive, it was like way more expensive, like 10 times more expensive. So I said, hey, this item that you want is like way more expensive, and it performs worse than the item that I bought for you already, or that I got for you guys. And then the third party person, or like the extra person that I had to go through, was like, no, it's fine. Just order it. That's within their budget. So I order it. And then 2 hours later, the person from the company who actually, would be using the device was like, nah, just keep the cheap one. And I had warned said person 3 hours before. And so like I had to keep going back and forth until the first order I did was essentially the right order. But then everything got like canceled. And this kind of feels like that scenario where it's like, if you would just stop and think, and just realize like, okay, maybe just listen to the first idea, or like the simplest idea, and just stick with that.
I feel like this falls into a lot of big businesses where it goes, they like to pawn off blame or situations that somebody doesn't want to deal with. And it sounds like that was what's similar for you there, Tyler.
Yeah.
Where you always feel like you need to go through another person to get to the higher ups for said situation, and then doesn't resolve itself until they realize, the original person just passed it along because it's not their job to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you guys hate it when you're just trying to do someone in, and then each producer has to put their name on it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gosh. Brandel, if you want to share your second thought, I think it'd be a good one to end on potentially.
Well, you might want to hold on to that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's actually not a long topic. They don't go into great detail about it like I thought they did. Basically, the title of the thing, a middle school principal tried to lure a child to meet for sex on Snapchat, caught with Grimace Shake from McDonald's chicken nuggets on a box of condoms. And the post of the guy talking about it says, Daniel Erickson, principal of John City Middle School in I don't know if I should say the place.
No, do it.
You already gave his full name.
Yeah, the whole name's out there. He's a pedophile. Who cares?
Yeah, that's true.
You already doxed him.
And in Johnson City, New York, was taken into custody Friday and charged on one count of felony luring a child and one court of misdemeanor third degree attempted rape, authorities announced.
Oh,
That's just a misdemeanor.
Yeah, I know, bro. That's the fucked up part. But I imagine him in prison and whatever sentence they're going to give him, besides the worst being death, is him staying in prison and getting killed by all the other people within
it'll
the
probably
prison.
be like probation, and then like they'll let him out before you even hit general pop.
Oh,
Really
geez.
fucked. Yeah, you probably won't even actually go to prison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. His cellmate's like, yo,
Oh, and then it
still
does.
got you still got the grimace shake.
And so it does say here that it was somebody within the school that he was watching over or working for, being the principal of. Yeah, it was one of his own students. So it's terrifying. It says it wasn't the only one he was preying on. It sounds like leads led to multiple accounts with several different students.
So he's
Yeah.
starting to start like a sex cult with a bunch of high school students. That's gross.
And then the one he got in
One
trouble with
does.
said it wasn't a one-time offense attempt either. He was
Oh my
persistent in trying to lure her. Yeah.
Oh,
20-year employee. Incredible. Oh my God.
Jesus.
Well, look on the bright side.
Is there
After
one?
dealing with the EDP situation, at least it's good to know that some pedophiles actually bring the snacks that they said they were.
Oh my God.
He's trying to get a cupcake, man.
Just trying to get a cupcake, man.
Is that too much to ask for, apparently?
Yeah, the
I
principal was just trying to get a
swear,
grimace shake. That's all.
Chris Hansen, I swear to God, I just wanted a cupcake.
Low key, have you guys had the grimace shake?
No.
No.
Fine. It tastes
fine.
like a fruit that I never heard of, which is what is literally in it, and it's fine. It's fruit.
Drinking the grimace shake is the food equivalent to having a foot fetish, Brandel.
It might be because when they made mine, I felt like maybe they didn't care or it was made with anger, and they put like 4 times the amount of syrup that's supposed to be in it.
I'm sorry, Brandel. Did the McDonald's underpaid worker forget to make you your ice cream with love?
I mean, at least the proportional amount to syrup to ice cream ratio, I felt like it was just liquid, and then
Yeah.
probably a quarter to half the cup it was probably syrup. It was disgusting.
Man, you're at an ice cream. You're at a McDonald's ordering a shake. You just better thank your lucky stars that their ice cream machine was actually working.
It's
That's
funny
the
you
most
say that.
That's the most surprising part in all of this.
No, because I ordered a week before that, and the ice cream machine wasn't working.
Did you put the grimace shake on pre-order?
And then they were also like, "You can't get the shake unless you get it with the grimace meal." I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess I'll get the 10-piece McNugget."
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's my
Oh.
story with the grimace shake.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You consumed the grimace meal and slurped up the grimace shake and went back and asked for seconds.
No, I wanted to die, to be honest. It was just so much. So much.
I haven't eaten fast food in 2 months or 3 months, I think
Good
now.
for you. That's a good thing.
It is. And I'm kind of happy because I've gotten to avoid this plague that TikTok has started.
And like ruining parks and playgrounds because of it. Have you seen that?
Yeah, all the spilled Grimace. It's gross. It's disgusting.
It
Fucking
is.
kids are so dumb. Do you guys remember the Szechuan sauce?
Yes.
Like, and how
for
big that was?
People.
Dude, I'd rather slurp up all the Grimace has to give than deal with Rick and Morty fans again.
So, oh yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Him, the show, and Justin Roiland. Anyway,
I mean, we can get into it, man. Like,
I got gyoza that I want to make. I'm a very hungry boy.
all right, you're hungry.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, yeah, I guess we can end it. Okay, we'll. All right, last thoughts. We'll start from Brayden and go down.
Okay.
Don't drink the Grimace shake.
Okay.
I'm glad that's what you took from the thing that was just previously said. I love it. I love that's what you retained.
It's how you avoid pedophile principles: is you don't drink the Grimace shake.
Yeah, just don't drink the Grimace shake.
I drink the Grimace shake. Don't drag me into this.
Your principal's coming for you.
No.
So, Mr. What's his name from our high school? He's going to find you now, Brandel, because he was your principal.
But then what about my principal from Orem High, which I think was a girl, and then also elementary, which is
just high school, since he was in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, he's about to be like gangbanged by every single principal he's ever had.
Oh God, no, please.
They're waiting for you to reach that ripe age of, almost 25.
Yeah, what's funnier than 24? 25.
Yeah. That's when they've ripened and they're fruitiest.
Oh God. There's something else.
Brandel?
What? Go ahead.
Brandel, what is your key takeaway from this bit?
I see. You were trying to lead it to me, and I almost led it right back to you there, sir. Tyler had talked to me about his premise a little bit beforehand with this STR bit. And it amazes me that, and sure, there's a lot worse communities that don't take it as a shitpost thing, and this is their life, and this is how they feel, and this is what they act on. It can be a little bit of a disturbing thought, and makes you should be more wary of what you get into, or just do what Tyler does and just bird watch and people watch and just
so fun.
Stay away from the hot gluing subreddit.
Hot gluing.
That will be your subject next week.
You heard it here first, people. This is your pre-homework to the next episode.
We're gonna need a lot of Hatsune Miku dolls then.
Hell yeah.
But just in general, as someone who has just recently joined subreddit, as like actually looking through stuff, that's probably a good start to the weirdness that it is for Reddit.
Yeah.
But then my key takeaway is Brandel's a Redditor and he drinks the Grimace shake.
Oh my God.
You never forget the Grimace shake.
We're devolving our boy.
Evolving into Grimace. Grimace himself.
Oh, dude. You're gonna be the Grimace brood mother.
Mascot. I'm gonna kill the Grimace. I'm gonna skin him alive and wear him as a suit.
So you're basically gonna reenact the movie Tusk.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Sounds good to me, guys. All right, Tyler, I think this is your turn to wrap up on the last one here.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed all of our conversations. I like that. I feel like we had the way that we went into it. We went on some like very wild like tangents in the topics. I kind of like that we did that because we went from a shitpost Reddit to a deep conversation about ADHD and its effects on mental health, to a story about a very convoluted assassination attempt by a North Korean dictator. So,
excuse you, sir. Attempt?
well, okay, success. And then right back to a principal trying to fuck kids with Grimace Shake. So
yeah, I think that does sum up ADHD as a whole, doesn't it?
yeah. So this is a stereotypical podcast, guys. This is three white boys essentially thinking that they're cool enough to do something. That's why it's called this. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Yes, audiotistic. But yeah, that's all from me. So bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Bye. Do an intro?
Yeah, here I can. Do you guys want me to do my my podcast voice and just be like, "Hey guys, welcome."
Okay, as much as I would love that, I don't think I'm going to be able to take it seriously throughout the entire episode without trying to laugh or snicker in some kind of way.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I can do a quick
Tyler.
intro for us.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Tyler. You can.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, you could laugh and snicker at Tyler all you want, but you have to take it sexually in the meantime.
You do.
Sure.
Yeah.
That seems to be a reoccurring theme with you guys, with me specifically. I might
Well,
add.
of course. You got the tightest pussy out of all of us, Brandon.
Oh.
Like,
I'm most soiled.
I'm glad I'm the one who's finding this out now.
it's okay. You were bound to find out eventually.
I see. You were never gonna tell me. I see how it is.
We were gonna just let you catch
You
on.
were gonna find out.
Yeah. Probably after the second dick or two. I don't know.
As long as it's not 3, I think I might be all right.
Do you prefer a glory hole or a stockade?
What's less humiliating?
That's not the question.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go with both of them. We're gonna like time slot it. We'll go like 10 minutes in one, and then 10 minutes in the other. Oh man.
He chose both.
I'm going
Okay.
out in the glory of flames. Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I love it. This will just be the bit at the end. I'll just cut this out and I'll move it to the end as like fade out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.